Hello, Pisces, and welcome to the Astroflower channel. This is going to be your Astroflower reading for the qualities and the elements for the beginning of the season of Aquarius. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and click the bell for all future notifications. If you haven't seen the energy update on Cymatic TV, there is a link in the description below. It's going to help you to give clarification on the qualities and the elements that we're going to be talking about today. So the Astroflower, just to give you a very quick sort of basic update on what it is. It's a very simple system that's I've developed over the last 30 years as an energy healer, and I've seen 15,000 people and more. And it's over that time I've been trying to find a tool that can help people to engage themselves in their life. And when they do, I do a lot less healing and I do a lot more in the way of helping people to fine-tune their karmic paths. So here is your flower with the underlining energies. So let's get into it. Here it is. So it's next to it's up, brought up there. And the underlining energies of the beginning of the Aquarius season. First thing you'll notice is you're in your third month of your autumn period. So this is according to your birthday. So the month before your birthday is all about the spiritual path. What I want to do spiritually or emotionally in the coming year. And you should spend a bit of time with yourself going out for a walk or just sitting down in the park or just a little bit of time with yourself to work out, allow the universe to speak to you so you can work out what you want to be doing on your karmic path and exploring in the coming year. It's going to be a month that you might find yourself a little bit more tired than usual, a little bit overrun. That's normal, so you shouldn't push too hard or to avoid accidents and stuff like that. So, it's exploring that spiritual path and putting it into place. And the elements do have an interference with the elements within your Astroflower. So let's just go through this at the moment. Let's go on the spiritual side. So you have that sort of basic in petals 1 and 2. You have the combinations, and this is the same with all mutable signs. You have those 3 combinations running across petals 1, 2, and 3 of the same elements and in the same position. Yeah. So at the moment, what you're being influenced is your mutable fire is being tried by cardinal water. So you're not going to be able to push on your emotions too hard at the moment. So this is why you should be relaxed. And on the other side, you have your mutable water on cardinal fire, which you can see. So this is really sort of the universe is sort of saying, okay, let's take time out here, relax, allow the universe to give you directions on your emotions and the passions that you put into your spiritual life. On your karmic path, which is petal 2, you have fixed fire on mutable air on the interior, which is really good for sort of working out those ideas of what you should be doing in the future, because your karmic path will develop over the coming year. And if you haven't seen your yearly reading, please do go across that side. And then on the exterior of petal 2, you have that conflictual water and fire. Your fixed emotions of this is how I should be and everything like that according to the past year. And this is going to help you to reflect over what you've done over this past year. See what you've done well, see what you haven't done well, according to you. It's not according to anybody else. You're the only person living your life. No one else can live it for you. And you are the judge of your life. There's no one else judging you. I'm not going to judge you, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. But what I can do is help you orientate your spirit and your physical world in a vibrational sort of sense in order to get the best out of your life, get the most out of life. Because the most you get out of life, the more I get out of life, the more everybody gets out of life. It's fantastic. So above that, you have on petal 5, you have that crossing of that cardinal fire and earth, but you also have that cardinal water that's coming through as well. So it's trying to reduce the strain on your physical resources in a mental sort of sense, or spiritual sort of sense, or an emotional sort of sense. So if you do push your emotions too hard, you may find you're going to physically, it's going to affect parts of your body. Now this is really important because we don't actually think with the bread with the head, we think with the body. So this is the universe sort of trying to help you out of trying to sort of saying there's limits at the moment, and there's limits, don't get too much involved, you know. And as we pushes that through, that goes, and this is how your guides are trying to help you. So that was on petal 5, yeah. And then as we go above that into petal 8, we have that crossing earth and water, which is very productive. And this is this whole subconscious thing. This is going to help you to see what seeds can germinate for you next year, you know. As it goes, the crossing point, which you have just next to it, of that fire and air within you, gives that Pisces passionate side. They're really passionate. For a water sign, it's not just the water that makes them passionate. It's mainly that fire and that air within inside them that makes it like that. So it's going to give you directional encouragement in your subconscious on that side, and try and get so it becomes a lot more sort of productive on the spiritual sort of front. So you'll have all the resources that are available, which you can see in your yearly reading on the Astroflower with the tarots. You know, this whole judgment card, which you have in petal 1, that is that whole sort of thing of sort of allowing the universe to explain to you and help you to clarify your karmic path. That's that whole judgment sort of thing, and giving yourself protection in that part there. And that whole 4 of Wands, which you've got in petal 5, it's that, you know, going on Knight of Wands, going on that journey, and starting on that journey. But it's sort of starting, sort of saying, get yourself in the rhythm first. If you're not in the rhythm, it's going to be difficult for you to maintain this coming year after your birthdays. Okay. On the material side, so that's on the other side, let's just have a look at the qualities which we have, and the qualities and the elements that we have on that side. So on the petal 4, and this is how the universe is influencing you, you have that mutable water and mutable air. So give and take. That's, you know, you can give and take in the material world. Pisces tend to sort of, you know, they can change their job quite quickly and their direction quite quickly. But because you're on this whole exploration on the spiritual sort of path, I think this is going to almost sort of seize things on the, so like if you're running a business or in your job or anything like that, on the material sort of side, because you've got that crossing point of that fixed air with the fixed earth, water, influencing you at the moment. So it's sort of saying to your emotions and your mental side, sort of kind of fixing it all into place, sort of saying, no, it's not the moment to start playing on that front. Yeah. So it's, and as we move up, then you have that fixed onto petal 9, you have that fixed air on that mutable fire. So it's, if you're clear with yourself, because you have this repeating within and that crossing point to the right of petal 9, which is right in the center. And as it's, you know, you have that still within you as well. So you have that passionate sort of side, but it's going to come through and it's going to feed those seeds of thoughts more than anything else. You might be a little bit distracted within the physical world. And this is why you got to take time out, because then you don't have accidents within the physical world. So this is a moment, this month there, certainly this time of Aquarius, just to your birthday, it's going to be good for you to concentrate on that side of the things. So you're not just wandering around whilst you're driving the car, you know, because that's dangerous for everybody. It's not just dangerous for you, it's dangerous for everybody. You know, so it's good to be here and there and just concentrate on it. But do take time out. And I think that's really important for you. On the crossing point in your petal 10, and this is the unification of the two sides, you know, you have that fire and air at the base, so you have that passion that's going to put it through. And that fire, as it pulls that air through, it's going to be producing that water, which is part of you. You know, it's part of your emotional path. And sitting underneath it, you have the crossing of the earth and air. So it's fixed earth and fixed air and cardinal earth. So it's sort of saying in those sort of directions, you know, the earth is sort of saying mentally, it is what it is, just get on and do it. So, you know, on the physical karmic path, and we didn't go into petal 3, we'll go into that right now, but it's sort of saying to you, now's the time to just get on and do it. Don't get too emotionally attached to your physical world at the moment, you know, your material world. If we go back to petal 3, you have those two cardinal energies going up, that familiar water and that fire. So that's what builds up those emotions within you. So that's what you build those passions for the things that you do. And Pisces, you've got that a lot. And it is you've got that fixed air. So if you're being straight and just getting on and doing it, that fixed air will be feeding that cardinal fire and making it really nice. And then you have that mutable water, which actually comes from you on the cardinal water. So it should be emotionally, it should just be straight. There's nothing really to sort of, you take or leave it sort of situation. Okay. On petal 6, this is where you have the crossing of the water and the mutable water of yourselves, your good selves, and the mutable fire of Sagittarius. And it's playing in the center of your flower. And in the center of your flower, you have fire, air, you have fire, which is the principal thing of the center of you with that water, and opposite the air. So it is basically sort of saying, just stay calm, stay put, stay relaxed. You have a call to action this year. And this call to action will be initiated when your birthday turns up. So at the moment, concentrate on your spiritual side, and it should be good. You know, I like planning in advance, but I'm not the best, like anybody, because you've got to mix in with the universe that is around you. You know, and this spiritual aspect, you've got to get involved with it this time. Okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has helped you out to give you orientation within your life. That's what the game is. There is obviously books out. Pisces is out, and you can buy that on Amazon. It gives you the full breakdown of the Astroflower. Do get over there, and please do leave a review. It really helps us out loads. And if you want more on information on energy and vibrations and stuff like that, please go over to our sister channel, Somatic TV. Okay, so there you go, Pisces. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.